Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat. I hope everything's going well for you guys. And, we are starting another week. Wow, already. Week 14, NFL picks. Last week I was 1-2. I'm now 22-17. Not the greatest, but, if you think about it, if these were actual real bets that I was making, 22-17, I'm up. So, guess I'd be winning money. But nonetheless, 3 picks again this week. These picks are, picked as outright wins. They have nothing to do with point spread, just straight up wins. So these are for entertainment purposes only. Don't bet the house, don't bet the mortgage, don't bet the college tuition. 3 games. First game, Texans versus the Colts. Houston, 194 points, 194 pass yards per game they're averaging this season. The Colts are 13-1, all-time record versus the Texans at home. And what a beatdown that the Colts gave the miserable Jets last week. Now, if this was a game factoring in the point spread, you may look at the point spread this week and it's huge in this game. But we're not playing against the point spread. We're just looking at his outright wins. But part of the reason why I think the point spread is so huge because of the beatdown that the beatdown that the Colts gave the Jets last week. Andrew Luck last week, he looked again like the franchise quarterback we all thought that he could be. Houston, when you look at Houston, they were a little bit better than the score would indicate, against the Packers last week. I think, the Texans right now, they've lost 3 straight games. When you look at the Texans, I think they will do enough defensively. What it comes down to for me with this game, not even factoring the Jets game against the Colts, you can't take that seriously. Brock Osweiler against that defense that Indiana has, I just don't. That Colts defense is really pitiful. Brock will be solid against this defense from the Colts. The Houston Texans will win this. Game 1, Houston Texans. We have the Bills against Pittsburgh. Bills are very up and down. Bills right now 6-6. They started out 0-2, 6-4 since then. Last week against the Raiders, they look like they had it. Then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose. The wheel come off. The brakes don't work. And Oakland had 25 unanswered points, and they win. And here they are at 6-6. If you're a Bills fan, you may be thinking that you still have a glimmer of hope in making the playoffs. So I guess you could be happy with that. Rex Ryan is happy that he still has a job because, against that, after that Jet game there, it didn't look too promising for Rex Ryan. Pittsburgh right now, they've won 3 in a row. They're 7-5. They're tied for the AFC North. Everyone loves the Steelers, man. When you listen, everyone says they're legit. They're a Super Bowl team, on and on. The broadcasters, Troy Aikman loves them. Everyone loves them. Yes, maybe they will the division. But Buffalo, I think, might get them here at home. It's not an easy game for Pittsburgh. Okay, cold weather game. All right, cold weather really wouldn't play that much of a part. But when you look at McCoy, he has been running the ball very good since he came back. I think this is going to be a close game. Both teams need this game, but the Steelers have that safety net there with a game against the Steelers. I'm sorry, but the Steelers have a safety net with the game against the Ravens. I think Buffalo is just going to find out a way to pull this game out. At home, the weather. I think I see the Bills winning. Just give me the Bills for game 2. Seattle versus Green Bay. I love the Packers, man. whether this is a weather game or not, and a weather game in the sense of it's going to be a blizzard out there in Green Bay, I think they'll win in the Packers. So game 3 already is the Packers. Packers showed a bit of a surgence in the last couple of weeks here against the Eagles. I know they didn't play well against the Texans, but 2 things I think come into play with this game. Rodgers, he's definitely playing better. Motivation is the second thing here. Packers, they need this game, not Seattle. Seattle, maybe, coming into this game, they're going to call off the dogs. Cruise control in their division right now. They're going to be the number 2 seed. Not a lot of movement that could go this way for the Packers. I mean, for the Seahawks, not a lot of movement. It's not a lot of movement. Whether you win or lose, it is where it is right now. I think the Packers are just going to come out firing on all cylinders. Maybe the Seahawks here, I think, are just going to lean back a little bit and not going to be all in like the Packers are. Last thing here is the weather still. It's going to be a blizzard. It's going to be cold. It's going to be frozen everywhere. Packers play well in that type of weather. So game 3 again is the Packers. So my 3 picks again are the Texans, the Bills, and the Packers. Hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.